Hello, I'm Sasha of Sasha Makes Cards, and welcome to the Whimsy Stamps YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be showing you a card I created using the Roar, Stomp, and Chomp stamp set and the Peekaboo Window 3 die. I first started by stamping a few of the images from this stamp set using my favorite ink when it comes to coloring with alcohol markers, the Simon Says Stamp Intense Black ink. I stamped the images 3 to 4 times to get a nice crisp image onto 100-pound hammer mill cardstock, and then fussy cut all the images out. When it comes to fussy cutting, I always use my spring assisted scissors, as it just makes the process so much easier. So if you're having trouble with fussy cutting, I highly recommend getting a pair. Today I'm coloring the dinosaurs using Ohuhu alcohol markers, and here's the little chart I created showing the different color combinations I'm going to be using. Feel free to pause the video, take a screenshot, and refer back to these color combinations if you want to use Ohuhu alcohol markers, or if you wish to reference them to your own preferred marker of choice. Since I didn't want the video to get too long, I'm going to be showing the coloring process of one of the little dinosaur guys I colored with the colors that I used on screen, so you can get an idea of how I color. I always work from my darkest color to my lightest color. So for the blue, I'm going from B080 to B070 to B050, and lastly to B030. I also like to add more color and shading using matching pencil crayons, colored pencils, depending on where you're from. Here I'm using the Prismacolor Premier colored pencils. I repeat the same process for coloring the orange part of the dinosaur. In this case, I'm coloring the egg orange. For the orange colors, I start off with YR190, moving on to YR090, to YR070, and then YR030, before adding more pencil crayon at the end. Once I have all my little dinosaur friends colored in a multitude of fun rainbow colors, I decided to stamp the sentiments. For this card, I had a fun idea in mind where I wanted to stamp the sentiments in matching colors as to what I colored the dinosaurs. So I stamped the Chomp in Salty Ocean Distress Oxide, the Roar sentiment in Spun Sugar Distress Oxide, the Stomp sentiment in Spiced Marmalade Distress Oxide, and the Your Dino-Mite sentiment in Twisted Citron Distress Oxide. Off camera, I die cut the Peekaboo Window 3 die from some fun neon green cardstock that I had laying around, as well as I also die cut the individual windows from scraps of white cardstock. For the window frame itself, I splattered it with white paint, and then for the window cutouts, I created kind of an outdoors scene on each one. For the large rectangle window, I ink blended a sky at the top and created a little grassy scene below with alcohol markers, and for the round circular windows, I simply just ink blended a little bit of blue ink at the top. The ink I used to create the sky was some Salty Ocean Distress Oxide. Now that I've cut out, colored, ink blended all of the different elements I needed, I started assembling my card using some liquid adhesive. And that is the completed card project. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to check out the description box below for a list of the Whimsy Stamps products I used to create this card, as well as links to both my social media and the Whimsy Stamps social media. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.